It says enter security codes displayed below, and then press continue, but there's no security code. Oh, this is ridiculous. You know what? I'll tell you what.
I like the part where she tries to enter the information on New York State's website, and New York State's website gives her an error. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. None of this works. None of this works. God bless you
No
for
matter
taking
how many
that marathon.
times I asked the question, the gentleman there, who seemed not to understand what I was asking about, you're being served, basically printed out a bunch of stuff for me and then wrote out on a piece of paper, once warrant is satisfied, company purchase EDU from this office for $8. And I kept saying to him, no, it was a mistake and it's going to be resolved. That's not the problem. I said that the gentleman wants to know, how did this happen when he wasn't served? And honestly, I guess, I don't know how to put this delicately, the elevator wasn't going to the top over there.
I'm pretty sure she just said that they're idiots. That's the polite way of saying that everybody that works there is a moron. And yes, I understand that this is a little bit delicate to post on the internet, but we're not talking about a pretzel stand here. We're not talking about customer service at Comcast. This is at the highest levels of the New York State Supreme Court. These people that she is pretty much admitting are idiots have the power to do massive damage to both businesses and individuals. This is a court that people go to when they get divorced, child support, businesses that go under. These people that are complete morons have the ability to massively screw up people's lives and finances. And it's not okay. Okay, so I did this thing where I just kept calling over and over again and hitting those same three buttons. And I was doing that for about an hour and a half. You may notice that the sun is slightly shifted. The lighting's a little different in the room than it was before. That's because it's been an hour and a half of me literally just going over and over and over and over and over again. And I finally got a person. I didn't have OBS on and recording this entire time, so I hit record right as the phone call started. But I did call that exact same number that I had called before, which was the state Supreme Court number, and then dialed 2, then 7, then 6 to try and get help, and this is what I got. Hi, I had a question about a lien and a warrant that was placed in my business a while back.
Okay.
So the question I have, this is my apologies since this is not your fault in any way, is the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance had an address for my business on file that was in Maine, a state that I had never been to in my life. So one of the things I'm curious is for the lien and the warrant that was placed, it shows up on the lien, New York Supreme Court.
Did we put the lien on? We put the lien on your property, New York County Supreme Court?
Yeah, it was New York County Supreme Court. I have a lien number if it helps. I'm just kind of...
No, it doesn't. I will not be able to look it up. Because we don't usually... All right, so ask me the question and let me see if I can help.
I'm trying to figure out how the lien or the warrant could be placed without me ever being served, and I'm also just kind of curious how an address in a state that I've never been to showed up on file as the address to serve me at when I called New York State Department of Finance. They told me since the lien was placed by New York County Supreme Court to try calling New York County Supreme Court to see if I might actually...
Yeah. Okay, so what you need to figure out is, did the lien come from a judge? A judge serve something? And then find out who the judge is, and then make an application before the judge to try to get the lien lifted, because by saying that you didn't even know anything about this and you weren't properly served, or for other reasons if the lien is improper.
Okay,
but this is not like the lien. We don't issue liens. This department helps people who represent themselves to navigate the legal process at the New York State Supreme Court on every different type of case. We have nothing to do actually with issuing liens or anything like that. That's why I said I wouldn't even be able to look it up.
So my question is, so I'm essentially representing myself here because I don't.
Right.
I'm not hiring an attorney for
Right.
this. So
Gotcha.
what would be the best course of action that I could take to get out of your hair, but also get answers to my questions?
Well, you can come here and try, but there's no one. See, the help center doesn't provide legal advice. So the thing is, you have to So you don't know anything about like an index number or a judge or?
Oh, I have a filing number for the lien, and I have a warrant number for the warrant that was placed on me, but I don't know anything about a
It's
judge in
Supreme
court.
Court criminal, maybe? Or civil?
It says New York County Supreme Court, New York, New York, and the creditor was New York State Department of Taxation and Finance.
Okay. Does it have anything that says index number?
No, I have a warrant ID, and for the
Okay,
lien,
hold on
all
one
I have the
second.
filing number.
Let me ask around.
Thank you so much, by the way.
This guy on the phone, he has a lien. You know, a lien against him and a warrant from New York State Department of Taxation. He has no index number, and he's trying to. He said he wasn't served. Room 109. Yeah, there's no index number. He just has both. Okay, so there's two things you can do. Are you in the neighborhood?
No, I moved to Texas.
Oh, because I was going to say go to room. Oh, someone here said go to room 109. You're going to have to move for some kind of emergency relief, so that no one executes. You should remove the lien, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that no one executes on the warrant.
Yes, I have the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance already admitted to me over the phone that this was placed in error. They found out why they placed this in error, and they're getting rid of it. My main concern is I'm trying to figure out how I could have gotten a warrant on me without ever being served and without ever having notification. So the only reason that I found out this exists is I Googled
You have
myself.
to look at the file, and they would have represented that you were served.
How do I find that file? Because I'm willing to move back to New York to figure this out.
Okay. Well, if you don't have an index number, I have no access to it. And you know what? Someone said to go to room 109 in this building at 60 Center Street, and she believes that they handle these things. But
Okay,
I
so
have
60
no,
Center
I have
Street,
no
room
idea.
109. Now, last question, and I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. I know you're busy.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
okay.
it's fine.
When you said I need an index number, where can I go
Okay,
to
so
at least
what
try to
usually
obtain an index
happens
number?
is something happens. No, an index number is what usually the other side would have if they filed a court case here, but there may be an exception for liens. So usually this is, when people trip and fall, they file an action here and they get an index number, and that's how we look up their cases. I have no access to any file that I know of. Well, let me just see if anyone else has. Mariana, nobody here has access to any kind of database with liens and warrants, right? No, there's nobody here with access to that kind of database. So, yeah, we just have regular court cases here.
Okay, so when you say index number, where should I go? Because I don't want to bother you if you're the person who can't give me this data. Where should I go to find out an index number for any sort of case that was put against me in the New York State Supreme Court?
Well, where would you go to find an index number? There's two. So when you talk to the the people at the New York State Department of Taxation, when did they say this occurred?
This occurred in 2016, and there's been a warrant and a lien on me for the
Okay,
past
so
7
you
years.
can try to see if there's any kind of, you can go on NYSCEF, NYSCEF, which is the New York State, basically electronic filing system, and you can put in your name and see if an index number comes up. Actually, you know what? Let me try to do that now.
And also, thank you so much for taking the time and being as helpful as you are. I genuinely appreciate it.
No, I'm going to try. It's just, you know what? It's kind of a new thing. No one's ever asked this kind of question. So it's outside the beaten track, I guess you might say. Let me see. All right. So I'm on the file. I'm going to do a case search by name. And hold on. Oh, let me just see. There's something tax cert and SCAR. It's not tax cert. No. That's not what we're talking about. Okay. So let's see. Party. What's your name, sir?
Louis Rossmann, but it's in the business name.
L-E-W?
L-O-U-I-S.
Oh, all right. Give me the business name.
Just type in Rossmann, R-O-S-S-M-A-N, It's my name is actually has two N's, but it's misspelled on the lien, so I'm guessing it'll
All
be
right,
misspelled.
Rossman.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, right, when places make these mistakes and you get to. Is it Rossmann Fruit and Vegetable?
No, I wish. It's Rossmann Repair Group Inc. Although we do fix Apple products, and Apple is a fruit.
Okay, because that's Commissioners of the State Insurance Fund. Okay, Workers' Compensation Board, Rossmann Supply, and
Here's
then the rest
Rossmann
are.
Repair Group for $1,551, August 6, 2016.
Yeah, no, nothing comes up there. So let me see. What number do you have for the warrant, or which is it? Give me one number and tell me how it's written. Well, not just the number, but what is next to it, like warrant number.
Yeah, warrant has an E in the beginning, and the filing number is just a 10-digit number starting with 0035.
Okay, wait, hold on. Warrant filing number. All right, what is it? Give me the number.
The filing number is 0035
Yeah.
07 109.
09. Okay. All right, so let's see. Warrant search, state records. Oh, that's one of these Google things. Oh, let me just put in New York State. I'm just trying to see if there's some kind of database where you can get more information. All right, New York State tax warrant search. Let's see, New York State tax, ny.gov.
By the way, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know they don't make this easy on
No
me.
problem. You know what? Actually, more information. 500. Okay, so let's see. Tax warrants. Can search for tax warrant using this. Search, and it brings me back to the same place. Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, let's begin the search. Select listen to have a number. Where is the number? It says enter security codes displayed below, and then press continue, but there's no security code. Oh, this is ridiculous. You know what? I'll tell you what. Don't hang up. I'm curious now. I'm going to just walk to room 109 because I'm in room 116, and I'm just going to ask them. And you know what? Give me the warrant number. I'll see if I can get some more information. I'm not saying I'll be successful, but I'm going to give it a try. Because you know what? I certainly don't want you to come to 60 Center Street, room 109, and they're like, why did she tell you that? What are you talking about?
Okay, so do you want the warrant number?
Yeah.
Okay, it's E as in Edward.
Yeah.
0436262003 W as in Walt 001.
Okay, and the filing?
And the filing number was 0035071109.
0035071109, and the other one was E0436262003 as in Walter 001. Okay, it's going to take me a couple of minutes, but just hang on there if you have the time.
God bless you. Oh, I got the time. Thank you so much.
All right, hold on.
That's really nice. She actually said she'd walk over to room 109 for me so that I don't have to fly 1,700 miles back from Texas. This is a really nice person. Very nice of her. I like the part where she tries to enter the information on New York State's website, and New York State's website gives her an error. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. None of this works. None of this works. Okay, maybe I am crazy, but still. None of it works. I've tried to pay bills for fines I've gotten from New York State before in New York City. And you can't, because their website doesn't work. Like, you heard what she said. It says enter a security code, and there's no way for me to enter a security code, because nothing here works. None of it makes any sense, ever. If I had a guess, this phone doesn't have a hold button on it. Like, she took I'm pretty sure she took the carbon phone, the rotary phone's headset, and just laid it on the desk. If I had to guess. I would love to see what the inside of this office looks like. I'm curious how much of it has changed from 1987. Is there a Tandy on the desk running Windows 3.1? What version of Netscape Navigator is being used to load the broken New York State website? It's all just so curious to me. Oreo, you can't step on the keyboard. You can't mess up this phone call. I've been on hold forever. You can sit over here. And you can do what I tell you all the time. You can sit on the side of the chair, but you can't sit on my lap because you'll work your way over to the keyboard where you hit the stop recording button, as you always have. So you're going to sit on here. Take your little paw. Good Oreo. No, Oreo. No. You stay on the arm of the... No. You stay on the arm of the chair. You stay on the arm... No. Don't put... No. I'll pet you over here, Oreo. I'll pet you if you have your arm... No. The kitty stays over here. No. No. I swear you're like a manufacturer. Like, let's remove... We're just going to remove a little schematic. We're going to remove available parts. We're going to glue it together. We're going to take away the headphone jack, the micro SD card slot. You're like a little manufacturer, aren't you? You just want to keep pushing and see what you get away with. Sit on the arm of the chair. Come on, Oreo. Sit on the arm. Be like a Clinton or a Barry. Be well behaved. No, Clinton. No. No, Oreo. Come on. Sit over here. No, Oreo. You cannot sit on my lap. The last 5 times you sat on my lap, you stopped the recording. You just sit on my lap, and you put your little paw over and smack the enter key or the space bar. You can't do that. No. No. No, Oreo. Oreo. I will pet you. I will pet you. But you must sit on the arm of the chair. Oreo, sit. Sit. I'm going to train you. Come on, Oreo. Sit. Sit here. Sit here, little...
Are you still there?
Of course. I've been listening to some lovely conversation in the background. I've been eavesdropping on everybody else.
Okay. Well, 109 was not next door as I thought it would be, but it was downstairs in the basement. And I went there and was left to wait for a very long time.
God bless you
No
for
matter
taking
how many
that marathon.
times I asked the question, the gentleman there, who seemed not to understand what I was asking, about, you're being served, basically printed out a bunch of stuff for me and then wrote out on a piece of paper, once warrant is satisfied, company purchase EDU from this office for $8. And I kept saying to him, no, it was a mistake and it's going to be resolved. That's not the problem. I said that the gentleman wants to know, how did this happen when he wasn't served? And honestly... I guess, I don't know how to put this delicately, the elevator wasn't going to the top over there.
Ma'am,
So,
I've ran a
that's what
business
he
in
did.
New York State for 10 years, so you don't got to tell me that. You don't got to tell me that. There's a reason
So
I
I'm
live in
very
Texas
sorry
now.
about that. And but here's the good thing. He gave me a couple of phone numbers, one to downstairs where they do this, so
Okay.
that you can try again, and maybe you'll have a little more success than I had. So let me give you that number.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. 646
Uh-huh.
386
Okay.
5940.
Okay.
And he also gave me some numbers at the tax department, but I'm thinking you probably already have that.
I've barked up that tree quite a bit, but I'll take it anyway.
457
Uh-huh.
5181 and 457-5434.
You said 457-5434?
5434, yes.
Okay, and that's 518 area
So,
code.
yes, it is. So I wish I could do more for you. I do have, let's see, county clerk's office. They printed out something for me. Let's see, control number, docketing data. Let's see if there's a docket number. I don't know what their control number. Let me give you the control number here, in case you want, when you call, if you call that 646 number, 5646386 number, you'll have a control number. It's 0. Oh, this must be the same thing. Yep, it's just the filing number. Okay. So let's see what else is on here. New York State tax, I don't know. Debtor corporation, Rossmann repair. New York State. Yeah, this is like a lot of nothing. The only thing he said is that it doesn't show up as satisfied. So I wish I could do better for you, but that was, I'm giving you the pitiful results of all my efforts.
Okay, one last thing I could ask of you. Is there any sort of supervisor I could talk to just to tell them how much you were, how helpful you were today and how much effort you put into solving my problem?
Actually, no. You know what? There really isn't one here, so...
I'd feel better if you got credit for doing a good job, and I know that people don't...
Oh, that's okay.
I know
Thanks a lot.
if you work for New York State, if you work for New York State, the bar is, I mean, as you stated before, and as any business owner can tell you, very low. So when somebody actually goes above and beyond to make people happy, I just want to make sure that you're noticed and rewarded for it as much as humanly possible.
Oh,
at the very
thank
least,
you so much. I really appreciate that, but there isn't really no one to do that for, and
that explains
no one
why,
to speak with. And I wish that I could have gotten you more. I mean, I don't understand. I guess the people down there, just they're kind of clerks. And I'm not saying they're not smart people or anything. I'm just saying that I think that maybe they don't know how the tax department does what it does.
I don't think anybody there knows how anything does what it does. But thank you very much for giving me...
But you know what? You may be right.
Thank you very much for giving me as much closure as I imagine I'll get on this matter.
I'm sorry you had to wait so long. Take care,
no worries.
sir.
You have a lovely day, man. You have a lovely day.
You too. Bye.
And there you fucking go. Okay. A, no new information. B, took a half hour to get somebody on the phone because they don't have voicemail or hold. C, when I finally got somebody on the phone, they had to go spend a half hour somewhere else to figure out what was going on. And D, by the admission of somebody that works at the New York State Supreme Court, they don't have much going on down there. And D, by admission of somebody that works at the Supreme Court, the people that work there, not exactly much going on in the elevator. And D, by her own admission, the people working here, the people who are accountable and responsible for being able to destroy my life and business, are dumb. Are dumb.